I'm Alex. Ron, nice to meet you, Ron.
Nice to meet you.
Perfect. So tell us about where we're at and a little bit about the story behind it.
Okay, well, you're in wonderful Harleton, Texas. We're just kind of in a triangle between Longview and Marshall on the north side. When this place was purchased, it was originally a horse ranch, and none of this tasting room and stuff in here was here. They were building the log cabin next door to stay in, but the people that were running the horse ranch separated. So they sold it to a Dr. John Crawl and his wife, Dr. Shelley Crawl. John's an emergency room doctor, and Dr. Shelley is a minister in Longview. So their original intent was to put some cabins out on the hill, fish up the log cabin, and Shelley was going to use it for her ministry. One day at Shelley's church, a gentleman named Altus Kugelenberg walked in. He's a fifth-generation grape grower from South Africa. He couldn't farm his land anymore, so he came to the States in '03, ended up in East Texas, just happened into Shelley's church, and they started talking. And Dr. Crawl's originally from Washington State, so when they started talking about grapes, he was pretty excited. They came out and checked the land, said, yeah, you can grow wine grapes out here. So the business plan kind of changed because it was originally going to be for Shelley's. Over the years, they developed the property. They planted 3 grapes starting out, the Norton, the Blanc de Bois, and the Black Spanish grape. They only made grapes from the wines from the grapes that they grew here. They first called themselves Covenant Winery. Then they got one of those cease and desist letters, and that's when they changed the name to Enochs.
Always good to get one of those in the mail.
But things have just, for the past 20 years, things have just grown and grown and grown. And we now have almost 60 wines. We make all the wines here. We just can't grow the grapes, so we outsource. We get grapes from Washington State. We get grapes from Sulphur Springs, Texas. A whole bunch of grapes from the High Plains, which is around Lubbock. That's where most all Texas wineries get their grapes. We get grapes from Waco, Texas, and we even bring in juice from Chile.
Awesome. You just sold us a couple bottles here.
Okay.
Tell us about these wines that you just sold us. And, this is a mead. But tell us about this bottle, because you said this one was your new personal favorite.
It's one of my favorites. It's Tannat. It was grown up in the High Plains around, around Lubbock up there. Tannat is best known in Uruguay. It's the number one grape in Uruguay. They've also grown a little bit in the very southeast part of France, but it's just a full-body dry red, and it's just one of those ones that if you haven't experienced, you need to.
Awesome. And then tell us a little bit the story behind the mead.
Well, there's a local guy here that we actually call him the Pineapple Man. I don't know why, but he gathers a lot of honey, and he'll bring it to us, and he'll make it for himself. And this time he brought us some and just sold us the honey. We made the mead for us.
Awesome. And both of these tasted amazing, by the way. He was generous enough to give us a couple taste samples here, and they were fantastic. So we were very excited to sit down and have a nice glass of wine after a long drive. So it's been a long day, 7+ hours in the car. But do you want to leave us with any final thoughts about what somebody should know about Enoch's Stomp?
Well, number one, I spent about 45 years in the restaurant business, and I wouldn't be here. I just basically do tours and tastings and help out. But I wouldn't be here if the food and the wine wasn't good. Okay, I just wouldn't waste my time, because I have to believe in what I'm pushing, and I really believe in the wines, and I really believe in the food. We got the 2 restaurants. We got in the log cabin is a fine dining. We do steaks and seafood and pastas. Over here is mostly pizzas and sandwiches and appetizers. But the food's good at both places, and I think that's been a real big part of our success. Plus our wine. Our wines are delicious.
Awesome. Ron, thank you so much.
All right, appreciate you, and you're going to have a wonderful time once everybody clears out and it's quiet. If we can get quiet.
If we get quiet with all these kids running around,
If we get quiet, it'll be really nice.
All
right.